Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Our lesson today is double sub. If you want to get to the pinnacle of Spanish communication, you don't take a jet, you don't take an airplane, you don't take a helicopter, a boat, a motorcycle, a bike, an e-bike, you don't walk, right? How do you get there? You take the subway. You have got to be able to manipulate the subjunctive naturally, just like a toddler does. Mommy, I need you to help me. Mommy, I needed you to help me. Mamá, necesito que me ayudes. Mamá, necesitaba que me ayudaras. Toddlers can make these sentences with no prior instruction, right? It's just all the input that goes in the language learning module. The circuits start connecting and firing, and they start developing these crazily advanced communication skills before 3 years of age. Now let's take a look at here. We have all the tools to create, right? We haven't had the 24/7 input that a baby has, right? So we have to do what we can do to gain some of that time back, some of that exposure, and learn the tricks and take the tools and be able to create. So today we have two sentences. One that highlights the present subjunctive and one that highlights the past subjunctive. And remember, I put a red dot where there seems to be a natural break in the translation process. A red dot where there seems to be a natural break in the translation process. We also have license plates now, LP. A license plate, very simply, is the verb numbers that are used when we work with the verbs in the given sentence. And I put the little dot here to kind of separate them. Likewise over here. So let's see what we've got. This looks like very little, but there's a ton here to be able to do these sentences correctly. We've had 370 some lessons now. To be able to create the present subjunctive, you need to know the present tense. The present tense and the present subjunctive will also give you formal commands, right? The present tense will give you the familiar positive command. The past subjunctive, well, you need to know the preterite to get to the past subjunctive. So there's a lot going on here, and it looks like maybe a little, but there's a lot. Here we go. We are going to do. Well, again, that's beginning level Spanish. We are going, we know that's the verb ir, to go. We are going to do, that's ir, a, plus infinitive. So it would be present tense, we are going, vamos a hacer. That's a 30, a present and an infinitive. Vamos a hacer, that a hacer, the H is silent so they run together. Vamos a hacer everything possible. There's a lesson to be learned here. You need the lo in between. Todo lo posible. Everything necessary. Todo lo necesario. Everything legal. Todo lo legal. We are going to do everything possible. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible to arrive. Now, to arrive, we see down here, we just have the zero, which is infinitive, llegar, but you need to introduce it with the preposition para llegar. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar before. Notice the squiggly under before and so on both sentences. That's telling you that is requiring the subjunctive after it. After before with a conjugated verb, it has to be subjunctive. And so when you're meaning you're doing something so something else happens, that's got to be subjunctive as well. Before is antes de que, and so in these two instances would be para que. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar before the game starts. Antes de que el partido empezar, we need to go to the present subjunctive opposite vowel. So it's going to have an E at the end. You go from present tense, empieza, an IE stem changing verb, empieza, and you change it to empiece, ending in CE. Remember, the letter Z changes to a C in front of an I or an E. Okay? Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece. Break these down. Repetition is the mother of learning. La repetición es la madre de la enseñanza. So we can sit together. Well, can is the verb poder. So is going to be para que. Since this is in the present, we need present subjunctive of poder. Go to the verb poder, present tense, it's podemos, P-O-D-E-M-O-S. Change it to opposite vowel, podamos, para que podamos. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece para que podamos. Now to sit is sentarse, but can you use sentar without the reflexive pronoun? Absolutely. Let's say you're a hostess and your job is to seat the guests or seat the dignitaries. You want to say, necesito sentar a los invitados, a los dignitarios. Sentar a alguien is to seat someone. In other words, take them to their row and have them sit down in their assigned seat. But we're using this reflexively because we ourselves are sitting down. We are receiving the action of the verb to sit down. That's reflexive. Here we go. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece para que podamos sentarnos juntos. Juntos is together, and it's plural because it's referring to we. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece para que podamos sentarnos juntos. A major skill in Spanish is the ability to take any sentence in the present and throw it into the past. That might be preterite, that might be imperfect, it might be present subjunctive to past subjunctive. It might be present tense to preterite or imperfect, like we just said. So there's a lot going on here, a lot more than meets the eye. Let's go over this one more time. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece para que podamos sentarnos juntos. And there's your license plate. You see the 8s. Present subjunctive. Okay, now we're taking the identical sentence and we're throwing it into the past. Again, a major skill is to be able to take any sentence that's in the present, put it in the past. Take anything in the past, reduce it back to the present tense. Great exercises for us. We were going to do everything possible to arrive before the game started. Started, that's in the past subjunctive. So we could sit together. Para que, this is said in the past, it's got to be past subjunctive. That's why you see 9s here. This is going to be imperfect, infinitive, 990. Here it was present tense, infinitive, present subjunctive, infinitive. Here we go. We were going to do. If you want to say what you were going to do or what was going to happen, it's always a form of iba, I-B-A, I-B-A. So for we were, it would be íbamos a hacer. Run it together. Íbamos a hacer, íbamos a hacer, íbamos a hacer. We were going to do the same again. Todo lo posible. Íbamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido. And now, not empiece, we need past subjunctive. How do you get there? You take the ellos form of the preterite, empezaron, change that O to an A, and drop the N. Íbamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empezara. Antes de que el partido empezara, so we could sit together. Para que, now we have poder. We need the past subjunctive of poder. Well, you better know your preterite. You better know it. And this is irregular. It's pudieron, P-U-D, pudieron. All right, so change that O at the end to an A, pudieran, and then build out whatever you need for the we form. So this would be para que pudiéramos sentarnos juntos. Let's try it together. Íbamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empezara para que pudiéramos sentarnos juntos. Para que pudiéramos sentarnos juntos. And here are the training wheels, the license plate. You take a look. There are the numbers to help you know, cue you as to what verb number is being used. Okay, here we go again. Íbamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empezara para que pudiéramos sentarnos juntos. Okay, one last time. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empiece para que podamos sentarnos juntos. Y vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar antes de que el partido empezara para que pudiéramos sentarnos juntos. Okay? Double sub, double sub, double sub. We want to be able to make a statement or question with the present subjunctive. Well, we want to be able to easily put it into the past. So this is our first lesson specifically about present to past and giving 2 example sentences. We'll do many of these, okay? Es todo por ahora. Ténganse un gran día, un gran fin de semana, lo que sea, ¿verdad? Sean buenos con todos, tomen su agua y cuídense mucho. Gracias. Bye bye.